Thank you, everybody at Imagination Destinations, for joining me today. We're going to go talk about the main FunJet page, the anchor store that we call it, and we're also going to go over some basic bookings today. So we're splitting this up into two sessions. The next session will be more advanced booking techniques like multi-stop, open jaw reservations, and also the two different types of groups that we offer within FunJet Vacations. Because otherwise, you guys will be on the phones for about 3 hours maybe, and it's just a lot of information. So right now you see me on my FunJet Vacations anchor store page. Are both of you familiar with how to get to this page? Okay, awesome. At any time you're in any information, if you click on the FunJet Vacations logo right here, it brings you back to this page. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is this toolbar right up here, where it says Deals, Promos, Destinations, Hotels, Travel Info, Agent Rewards, and Agent Tools. So under Deals and Promotions, you can see if there's any valid promo codes that are out there. So let's click on that. And if you scroll down, you'll see what codes are out there. It'll tell you what you could possibly save up to, a booking window, travel window, if there's specific destinations that it's for, the type of product it's for. So most of them are going to be for air and hotel, minimum length of stay, so forth like that. One thing I want to touch base on is if there's a commission cap or not. Some codes, such as Ultra codes that you see below, will have a commission cap because they have a larger discount. So just keep that in mind, look out for that. You like this one below here, the Ultra FJV 23. It gives you what the discounts will be. And this one has a specific destination it's for and a specific hotel it's for. So the nice thing is it tells you exactly what it's for. Under Deals and Promotions, if you look at Promotions, what it'll do is it'll tell you any of the promotions that are running. We're not really going to go too far into it. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can click right here, and it'll take you to the promotion. Now, the one I want to talk about is Deals. Let's click on Deals. So under Deals, this is kind of the hotel deals that we have going on currently. You have a bunch of filters that you can use on the left-hand side. So all deals, exclusive deals, last-minute deals. So we all have those customers. Hey, I want to go somewhere next week. Okay. You can always go in here, click on your last-minute deals, and see what's out there. And once you hit Apply Updates, let's see what we got going on for last-minute deals. It takes a little bit because it's pulling all the deals from the FunJet pages. All right, any day now. There we go. So last-minute deals. This is for land only. You'll be able to tell by the type right here. Because taxes and things, we cannot kind of give the information on the taxes because it could be incorrect. So we can't include like air tax rates and stuff like that. So all the deals that you'll see will be land only. You can add airfare if you choose to. So let's say specifically they want to go, what's a good hotel? This Dominican Republic one down here, to Rio Bamboo. If you click on book, it takes you to the booking tool and also the hotel profile with all the promotions that are available. So from here, you can just put in your specific flights if you want, if they want air and hotel, or you can change it over to land only under your package type. And then you'd be able to select your dates. So that is one lost part of VAX that people did not understand. Let me get back there real quick. So it's under Deals and Promo and Deals. You have your filters again to search for your types of deals. You can search for a specific price per person, number of nights, rating, so forth. So just remember, this is here if you have customers that are looking for deals. Hey, do you have any deals going on? Well, here's a great place for you to go into and actually take a look. So you guys are actually in the New England area. Are you guys familiar with the exclusive nonstop vacation flights, or we like to call them charters? Okay, so let's touch base on them. So these exclusive nonstop flights, aka charters, are seats that us at Apple Leisure Group purchase from the airline. We have almost 500,000 seats that we've purchased from multiple carriers out of multiple origins. So we make it a point to try to make it beneficial for you guys to book these specific flights. So let's talk about them. And the information I'm going to is right under travel info, exclusive nonstop flights. So with these exclusive flights, because they're owned by us and we sell them to you, you have the opportunity to earn your top commission on your whole air and hotel package. So I don't know what your commission percentage is. So let's say you're making 13% international. Your air hotel feature package would be 13%. Compared to a scheduled airfare flight where you can make up to 5% on that airfare, and then your international commission percentage on that lane. So for the example, I use 13%, up to 5% airfare, 13% land, then you get 10% features. So just for commission purposes, it is beneficial for you to use these exclusive nonstop flights. Also, it's a lot easier for modifications. So you guys being in the New England area, you guys are familiar with JetBlue, right? Perfect. So JetBlue's name policy. Let's say you need to correct a name from a maiden name to a married name, because the wife didn't get her passport updated, or she wanted to get her passport updated first. Okay. So JetBlue allows you to do those for a name correction, but they'll charge you a change fee. Plus, they require to book a new ticket, and subject to that increase in cost. So they have pretty strict name correction policies. So let's compare that to the exclusive nonstop flight we offer out of Boston. Okay, if you have the all-in-one travel protection, no fee. Name change with the travel protection, no fee. You can't do complete name changes with normal air carriers. The most you'd have for a fee would be probably $25 if you did not have the all-in-one travel protection. They also offer lower deposits. So with the all-in-one travel protection, it doesn't matter what type of flight that you have. It's $100 per person plus the cost of the travel protection for the deposit with scheduled airfare. With the charter exclusive nonstop flights, it's $50 per person plus the travel protection. Without it, you're looking, I think it's at like $125 per person, compared to either $200 or airfare in full per person. So you have lower deposit rules, cancellation fees. So they're more flexible for your customers. If you guys do groups, they offer groups air credit comps. And so we can go click on that so you can be able to see that. So with a traditional group where you would actually sign a contract, depending on the amount of passengers, you can get up to $2,000 air credit. So here's the kicker. A, you can give it to your customer. B, you can add that back as a commission. Or you can split it. With our flexible group options, so Groups Your Way, it just requires a minimum of 5 rooms, and you're just booking it in backs. No contract to sign, It just doesn't guarantee any availability or rates because you're just booking a normal package, and we attach a promo code to it and then send it over to the hotel. You can get up to $400 air credit for every 20 seats paid. Again, you can give that to your customer back or add that back as an agency fee. With Scheduled Airfare, you don't get these benefits. We have more lenient price match policy. Are you familiar with price matches? Okay. I'm not going to get too deep into it because there's so many different what ifs. But here's something that you might not know. So, you make a reservation putting on hold a FunJet vacation with our exclusive nonstop flights out of Boston. Okay. Let's say a competitor you have has nonstop flights on American that's 2 hours earlier for a departure. We'll still match that as long as the dates, class of service match, and you have that screenshot. Even though it doesn't match identically. Alright, great. What happens if they have a single connecting flight? You know what? We will still match that. We will just charge an $80 per person surcharge. So when you are in your exclusive nonstop flights area under your travel information, if you go right under where it says price match exclusive nonstop vacation air and learn more, there's a video in here that I think would be beneficial for everyone to watch. It will give you who do we match. Like, it will give you examples, if it's pre-approved or not, what type of commission you'd receive, and any additional information. And then also below, some additional tips. So this is a really cool page because you don't have to leave FunJet Vacations as a brand in order to get those customers. And we approve basically 90% of our price matches. Alright, so below, it will give you the air schedule for every origin, seat assignment information, baggage information, some options, depending on the carrier, will specifically have upgraded perks. You get your full commission on your air hotel package. So let's go below and look at the origins that we offer. Do you primarily book people out of the New England area? Do you have people that come from all around the U.S.? Okay. So here are all of our origins that we fly from. You got Baltimore. It's a new product. We originally had it with Southwest, but once Southwest Airlines started getting more international travel business, we stopped doing business with them for the charter flights. Boston. We'll go click on this Boston one in a second. Chicago O'Hare. That's going to be our largest city that we offer these flights from. Cincinnati. Cleveland. Columbus, Ohio. Dallas. Denver. Detroit. Indianapolis. Kansas City. Lansing, Michigan. Milwaukee. Minneapolis. Philadelphia. Pittsburgh. Rockford, Illinois, and St. Louis. So we have a bunch of different cities that we fly from with these specific flights. So because you guys are more in the New England area, let's go ahead and click on where it says for Boston. So you have your booking tool right here. It looks like this would be for Cancun. Let's take a look at the flight guide. Alright, so it will tell you the carrier, the departure dates, and the number of nights that are available. So it looks like from Boston it's seasonal, pretty much for peak season, a 6-nighter or a 13-nighter it looks like. And then it gives you additional benefits down here, like you can prepay your baggage. It's $25 per bag for the first check bag, per way. You You got your carry-on bag included. You can purchase Perks Plus or Premium Class, which is basically you get the first check bag free, seating towards the front of the plane, access to a preferred check-in line, and you get preferred boarding. If you get the preferred Perks Plus, you also get a snack box. So it will tell you everything you need to know about those origins. And if you want, you can go right in here and price it out. I'm not going to price it out from here because kind of jumping around a little bit. So let's go back and kind of circle back to the payment plans. So with the exclusive nonstop flights, it's less expensive compared to scheduled airfare. You can find all of our payment information under where it says payment plans. If you click on that, it'll give you all the differences. So we got exclusive nonstop flights or charters, bulk scheduled airfare, published airfare, and land only. So you can see the deposit rules. If you scroll below, it gives you the brand fees for your cancellation policies. So you have that information at your disposal as well. So let's go back up to our toolbar real quick before we get into more information in this travel info. Before I forget, you see this destination hotels up here. Nobody knows what it's for. So you might get customers that specifically say, hey, do you offer hotel so-and-so? Okay, what you can do is find your region. So let's go to Caribbean, let's say. So let's wait for that to update, and I'm apologizing ahead of time. My computer's pokey today. Well, this evening. So you're going to pick your country. So let's say they're looking at Dominican Republic and Punta Cana. So, okay, let's select Punta Cana. It'll give you all the hotels that are offered from us in Punta Cana. In here, you can click on the hotel name. It'll pull up the hotel profile. That's a lot easier than actually going into a reservation search to see if you can get it to pull. Alright, so let's get back to the travel info. We're going to skip the group travel because we're going to talk about that next time. Insider perks. FunJet Vacations offers additional benefits or amenities to customers. We have a contract with hotels that will give specific perks. So let's take a look and see what possibly is offered. So if you're going in here, you can see current offers. Let's click on that. Alright, so here's Charisma. They don't have a fun one right now, so I'm going to kind of leave that be. Alright, so Fiesta Americana, Condesa Cancun. Looks like they receive a complimentary private transfer, early check-in and late checkout based on availability. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Barrelstar, private complimentary transfers. Charisma's kids stay free. Okay, so nothing too fancy right now, but you might get somewhere just specifically for FunJet customers. They may get a evening rooftop party with drinks for 2 hours. So these cost nothing to your customers. So finding hotels that offer these specific amenities, this insider perks, is just added bonus for them. A great property. But what we can do for you is we can get you that complimentary round trip transfer that typically costs $80, whatever it may be. So it's additional perks for customers. And you'll be able to view what that looks like. So let's go back to that page. It'll be a VIP inclusion in when you're actually pricing it out. So right here it's highlighted for you. And then you can click on it and it'll tell you exactly what it is. So while we're here, You see where this red box is where it says upgrade bonus money available. How many of you have seen something like that or a colored box when you're searching in VAX? So this particular one offers upgrade bonus to like bonus cash. Right now everything's changed over to waves, so more than likely that bonus offer is going to be wave points. So you can hover over it and it'll tell you specifically what the benefit is. You may see something that's bright green that says waves. That would mean you're getting additional wave points with that booking. And we'll touch base on what waves is in just a few moments. That's our new rewards program. All right, so I want to touch base on travel protection just a little bit and just kind of some of the benefits. So we can click on the travel protection, kind of view everything, but starting on 12/2, so just in a couple weeks, things are going to be changing. So right now, with all of the ALG brands, we have 6 different travel protection options. On 12/2, we're going to basically have one outside of Southwest Vacations. So you're going to have 5 travel protection options that are the same. Same benefits across the board. It's going to be a tiered pricing based off your total package price. It will be a cancel for any reason option, so you get your money back less your travel protection. It offers commission protection of up to $100 per room on your booking. So those are some of the benefits. It also offers during travel benefits. But everything is going to be changing within a couple weeks, so I'm not going to dive too much into it. A couple enhancements that are going to be coming out on 12/2 is currently right now, if you have a reservation and you pay deposit, you can't add travel protection to the reservation by yourself in VAX. FunJet Vacations has the policy of you can add it up until 7 days after your initial deposit. Well, on 12/2, you're going to be able to do that within that 7 days. So you don't have to call in and wait on hold or email and wait for that response. Another enhancement that's coming out on 12/2 is in VAX, you're going to be able to select the travel protection for less the total amount of passengers on the reservation. So that example would be, let's say you have 3 passengers on there, only 2 on it. You'll be able to do that as well. So those are a couple of the enhancements that are coming out with the travel protection. We got a few more really cool enhancements that we're trying to get done by the end of the year, such as multi-origin and adding airfare to land-only reservations that you can do in VAX yourself. So if you want any information on the travel protection, just go under your travel information here. So let's talk about agent rewards. Is everyone signed up with Waves by chance? So as long as you have your valid email in VAX, you'll be fine. You don't have to really change anything around. It just automatically changes over when you make your next reservation. Well, it would have been your first reservation after 11/5. You would have gotten your registration for Waves, your information. So Waves is just a one reward program. So you're no longer going to have bonus cash options for FunJet, Blue Sky, Southwest Vacations, and United. Then you have your royalty points for Apple Vacations, and then your TI loyalties for Travel Impressions. Doesn't matter the brand, you're going to earn Wave points for any of the brands. It's going to act like a virtual Visa, and you can purchase online things wherever Visa is accepted. So let's click on it real quick. So you are going to get a dashboard. So when you get that dashboard, you're going to be able to go in and look at what you have there, possibly book travel. So let's click on Agent Dashboard. I don't know. Oh, let's see if I have login information. Fake login information. I from me at least. So here's what the dashboard will look like. So you can click on the specific brand. So let's click on Funjet real quick. Every reservation you make will show pending until they travel. So you can click on it if it allows you to. So let's go to loyalty information. So here's some additional wave options out here right now. So let's see if I can expand this to make. Are you able to see that? I can't expand this to zoom in. So let's just do this one. All Dominican Republic reservations, additional 5,000 wave points per reservation. Good through the end of the month. Good through travel the end of April. So if you click on loyalty information, you'll be able to find out any information, like such as any additional wave points that are offered. Account history, because there's nothing in here, you can't click on it. Travel requests, same thing. You can book your own travel in here if you want. Below it will give you a feature supplier and any current promotions. Also, the thing I really like is it gives you a question of the month and also a tip of the month. So, question of the month. What are the benefits of booking an exclusive nonstop vacation flights? Choice of over 15 gateways, guaranteed auto price match, up to 17% commission, all of the above. It's going to be all of the above. You would hit submit. I don't think we're doing any type of giveaways or anything for people that get them right, but it kind of just makes your brain think a little bit more. Same thing with a tip of the month. It gives you a tip of the month. Then if you have any questions, it's here. So it's kind of a cool little website. It's still brand new. I have training on this dashboard tomorrow from our Waves person because we're training the BDMs on the short lane. So it's kind of a cool little page. It's pretty easy to follow. So let's go back into Waves. So you'll be able to find more information if you scroll down below. It'll tell you the specific amount of points you're going to earn. So on FIT reservations and your flexible groups, 10 points for every $30 with exclusive nonstop air packages or charter packages. 5 points for every $30 on scheduled airfare and land only. And then it'll be double if you have a specific contracted group. So that green little waves indicator will indicate additional wave points per booking. And one thing I wanted to point out is the Waves program is really geared towards an agency. But we have something we call wave makers. So in the past, this is kind of like star agents, where you have specific agents within an agency that are really standing out. So we will recognize those specific agents, not agencies, but down to the agent level. And then those specific wave makers, they can get up to 300,000 bonus points. They can get discounted fam trip opportunities or rates. They get specific elite customer service line, additional marketing support and collateral, and specific promotions just for those wave makers. So I know we got some wave makers on the phone, so keep it up. So that's the new rewards program. Let's talk about agent tools. Can't really go much too much into ALG V360 because we are working on upgrading our marketing page from Creative Connection. Are you familiar with Creative Connection, Trisha? No? Okay, so what it is it's a website that's geared towards marketing. So ALG V360 will give you flyers, banners, approved photos that you can use on your flyers. Just ways to market things. Could be AMR related, it could be specific hotel related, brand related. Everything's approved you can use to sell for your own marketing purposes. And that we're hoping to come out by the end of the year. Right now it's still under construction. Okay, so now let's go into our book now area. Does anybody have any questions before we get into the booking process? All right, cool. All right, so here's your exclusive non-stop vacation flight search. Not going to get too much into it. We kind of want to go over the schedule layer options first. So you would just select your origin. So in this case, it would be Boston. And then you would select your month. So if you select maybe March, you can select your length of stay. I recommend keeping your length of stay just normal. Are you guys familiar with like the basic search tool? Okay. So the only thing I really want to point out is if you have questions on booking an infant, you can get that information here. So an infant is anyone under the age of 2. You can either A, book a seat for them, or B, they can be a lap child. When you add your infant to the reservation, you're still going to select however many children. So you'd still select 1. And then with your ages, if you want a seat, you select the age of 1. If you want a lap child, it would be IN. And this will give you your information on how to book a seat or not a seat. So, promo code if you have it. I always add travel protection. I just kind of want to show you before we actually go into the search page. You pull up the month that you're looking at, and it gives you your destinations and origins or whatever, not origins, all your destinations that are valid for. So, because Boston's only up to Cancun, it's only going to pull Cancun. So, the easy thing is just hover over it, it tells you what's available. So even though that flight schedule said 6 nights, let's say a 6th night doesn't pull here, that means it's sold out for that return flight. It's pretty easy to follow along. If you want to get to your search page, just click on the number of nights that you want, and it'll take you inside your availability. Well, let's actually go ahead and click on it. Because that search page is basically the same. Putting in your origin and destination. So we can go this route. Alright, there we go. So when you do your search, it automatically will pull your hotels first. So right here, it's pulling the Now Sapphire. And you'll be able to tell what pulls because it'll say current selection and outlined blue. If you want to look at the hotel profile, just click on the profile. Are you comfortable with hotel profiles? Awesome. Same thing with if you're looking to see what other additional room categories are available, you can click this plus sign. So here's a great thing that I'm glad this happens for this property. We have this Junior Suite Deluxe Tropical View right here. And then below you see Junior Suite Deluxe Tropical View King. Alright, what's the difference? There really isn't much difference. So we have specific room categories that sometimes we contract to be with these charter flights, and it's at a different rate. And with these some hotels, we inventory some of those room categories, and some of them are direct link. So take, for example, this one right here, the first one. It says 9 here. That means we have 9 or more rooms available in this room category. There's a calendar right here. If you click on that, you'll be able to see inventory. So let's say that the room category only showed 2. You'll be able to click on the calendar to see what dates have more rooms, let's say. All right, so below, we have the Junior Suite Tropical View King. That's the same room category as this. It just splits it out to have a specific bedding option. This specific room category is going to be on a direct link. So anytime you pull up a hotel and you do not see that calendar, that means it's a direct link. So if the room category is not pulling, that typically means it's not available, or the hotel's updating inventory or rates. So it can be confusing, but anytime you see no calendar and specific bedding options like king or queen, that means it's going to be a direct link property. Now, if you see a direct link property, so no calendar, specific bedding options, and it says published rates, you're going to get lower commission. So just be careful with that. That means it's a non-contracted property. And they have stricter rules, so just be aware of that. And you'll see that more for domestic product. You might see it for Hawaii, but you'll typically see it for Europe. That'll be probably one of the biggest areas where you'll see a published hotel. So you have options to sort by. If you do this drop down, you can sort by price, alphabetically, distance closest or furthest from the airport, location, or rating. I actually like to use the filters on the left-hand side. Makes things a lot easier. So for these dates, it's pulling 96 hotels available. If you want to view them on a map, you can click right here. If you have a specific hotel you're searching for, you can start typing in the name. So let's say breakfast. It'll be available. If you don't see it pulling, that means it's not there. It's not available. If you want to remove your filter, just highlight everything, remove it, hit find again, and it'll pull up all your hotels again. If your clients have a specific price point, you have this sliding price scale right here, which you can move. So let's go down to about 4,000. 4,025, that's fine. All right, so it took out 12 hotels because we had originally 95 hotels. Now it's 83. Now you have your additional filter options below. You can search by the rating. So if they want a 5-star, okay, there's 39 of them available. If you're looking for specific amenities, like which one has a casino, okay, click on that. We have 2 of them there. By experience, let's say your customers don't want any kids around. You can click on your adults only. And that filtered it down to 23 different properties. So this is an easy way for you guys to actually filter out what the customers do not want. So let me remove that filter. All right, so just for purposes, okay, here we go, look at this. We got a Waves one right here for Breathless Riviera. Then we have our upgrade bonus right here. And that's a lot of information. Earn bonus commission, enhance your customer's vacation experience with an upgraded room category and earn bonus commission on the hotel portion of your vacation. And it says, click the plus sign next to the hotel name and view and book the applicable upgrade. So let's go ahead and look at that. All right, so down here it's green. This is one of the room categories that you can book and receive that additional 2% commission. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do that. So once you select your specific hotel and room category that you want, it'll take you to your airfare. You have your filters on the left-hand side. So you can filter by departure time, whether you want morning, afternoon, evening. Same thing with your arrival. Do you want a morning arrival, afternoon, evening? Filter the number of stops, non-stop, one stop, two stop. It'll be very rare if you ever see anything more than 2 stops. Just because the customer experience is not great with those types of flights, we suppress them from the system. Doesn't mean we can't get them for you, but it just means we typically do not offer those in the package. So here we have our flights. If you ever see this red C right here, that means it's charter. Perfect. Easy. Have you guys ever noticed where it says pay monthly? So let's talk about that pay monthly. So let's click on it. We have a third-party company called Uplift that we use. So your customers can apply for a monthly payment, so 12 monthly payments. It's a soft credit check, so it does not hurt their credit. The reservation gets paid in full to us, so that way you do not have to keep calling the customers for deposit or even final payment. Also, the opportunity to upsell your customers is a lot greater. On average, it's about 14% increase cost because of upsell on packages that use Uplift, because the customers may be more inclined to get that oceanfront room compared to a junior suite because they have 12 months to pay it off. So, most common question, what happens if they don't pay Uplift? Doesn't matter to us, doesn't matter to you, it's paid in full. You get your commission. That's between Uplift and the customers. So our payment policy is your reservation needs to be paid in full up until 45 days prior. Okay. Sometimes customers can do it, sometimes customers can't. With this Uplift, they can use it up until about, 5 days prior to departure and have those 12 monthly installments to pay towards Uplift even after they travel. Great example for this is maybe your customers have friends. Hey, we're going to go get married in Mexico in a month. Okay, great. Thanks for telling me. Congratulations. Not many people plan for unexpected weddings or vacations sometimes when they're unexpected. All right, well, the customers can use Uplift, pay 12 monthly installments towards Uplift. It's something great in your back pocket. It's typically going to be less expensive than your normal interest rate with the credit cards. So just keep that in your back pocket because I think it's a great option and not many people actually know about it. So we have our charter flight here. Below, we have our United flight. So it's a bulk fare. It'll say bulk or published. It gives you your flight times. Anything that you see that has little dots underneath, you can hover over it, and it'll give you information. Anything that's highlighted and underlined, you can click on it. So let's say I have a question on 1254, the Boston to Houston portion of this. If you click on it, it gives you the information for those specific flights. So just remember, if it's blue and underlined, you can select it and look at the information. So let's say your customers actually want to go with these charter flights. All right, so I'm selecting the charter flights, the foreign commission. It takes you to a general itinerary summary page. From here, you can add whatever features that you choose to. So With Viva Aerobus out of Boston, you have additional flight options that you can choose. And that'll just be under flight options. So let's take a look at those. So you can get your baggage fee per way. So add a departure, return. You can purchase their seat assignments. You can purchase the premium class or premium or preferred perks plus. We'll get back to this in just 1 second. All right, so let's say you're all set. You have your pricing stamp on the right-hand side. You have your days prior to departure, your base price, which is the base air and hotel cost. Gives you your adult base price. If there's children in there, it'll give you a breakdown for that too. Any options, so any features. If you have travel protection, it'll break down that travel protection. This one actually has a promotion code on here. And then you have your total price, per person price. If you want to know any included taxes and fees, you'll be able to click that here and see it. Same thing with terms and conditions and baggage charges. If you go through here and click on your baggage charges, let's go ahead and do that. And then again, click on additional or airline baggage charges. It'll take you to this media site right here. The airlines will be in alphabetical order. So let's wait for that to pull up. There we go. You can click on whatever link for each airline, and it takes you directly to the airline's baggage policy page. Makes things a lot easier so you don't have to go to, let's say, aa.com. Let's go under baggage fees, or let's go pull up the reservation to see what the baggage fees are. If it offers an online check-in link, that'll be included here as well. All right, so you have your email print itinerary button here. It's a pretty standard email confirmation. How many on the call have used the email sales tool? Awesome. So you can get up to 6 hotels, 3 rental cars, 6 features. It used to be you have to send an itinerary for each individual itinerary that they wanted to price out. So let's go ahead and create a sales email real quick. So we clicked on create sales email. It'll say preview sales email. Now we're going to add a la carte what we want. So it doesn't give you an option to change your flight. So these Viva Aerobus flights are going to be what's on here. Let's go to hotels. And I'm just going to click on hotels because it really doesn't make much difference as far as what hotel it is. So let's say that they're interested in now Sapphire. Underneath your select button, you'll be able to hit add to sales email. Let's compare that to Breathless Riviera. Add to sales email. They have Barrelstar Selection Parisa Maya. Let's put that upgraded one in there. Add to sales email. So we have 3 hotels currently on here. So you can add 3 more hotels, or you can add 3 more room categories. As long as it adds up to 6 and doesn't go anymore, you're good. So let's go ahead and look at features. One thing I always recommend doing is on these sales emails, include the private transfer. So let's go use our filters. All right, let's click add to sales email for our private transfer, and then show the shared transfer on there as well, so they can see the difference. Let's look at flight options. All right, so let's add the bag fees, departure and return. So we have 4 features. Now let's just put this preferred perks plus in here. All right, so we have 6 features. Now what you can do is click on preview sales email. And it'll pull up in a second, hopefully. There we go. Up to 10 recipients you can send it to. I always recommend sending one to yourself. You have this box here where you can type in whatever you want. Gives you your passenger information. This one's 2 adults. Gives you your flight information and gives you your hotel dates. Now below, it will put your hotels least expensive to most expensive. Same thing with room categories. Just recently we kind of broke down the travel protection in here because everything is going to a tiered pricing rollout on 12/2. There needs to be a breakdown so you can see maybe the travel protection is going to be more expensive for maybe one of the hotels or room categories because it's all based off of your total package. So, for example, it's $3,402 for this Breathless hotel. That's just airfare and hotel. Any additional features such as travel protection and any other features are going to be an additional cost, and that does break it down right here for you. So here's the really cool thing about this. You can send this to your customers. They can click on every single thing and view the profile. So in a regular email itinerary, they cannot. So when they receive this email, okay, I can pull up the hotel, see what's the best option for me. So what you can also do is remove these prices for the customers because we know once we give them pricing, they're going to price shop. So if you want to sell them on an overall experience and what's going to be best for them and not worrying about the pricing, you can hit right here where it says show prices and remove it. What will happen is the sales email will refresh. Let's wait for that to refresh. There we go. And now they can look at the profiles and everything and just go based off of what's going to be the best experience and most memorable experience for them. So, do you guys have a GoFundJet affiliate link? Basically, it's a agency website. Awesome. So you make money without even working. This sales email, you send it to the customers. They have the option to book now right from the sales email as well. So less work for you guys. Okay, so now we have our checkout button here. We're not going to go to checkout yet. Booking administration. If you want to add an agency fee, you can by dollar amount or percentage. So let's say we want to add 200. Type in 200 and set commission. So one thing to keep in mind, when you add an agency fee, there is a 10% processing fee. So with $200, it's a $20 processing fee. So you're going to make a net amount of $180 additional commission. If it's $300, $30, $400, $40, etc. If you ever need to remove the agency fee, just put in 0.00, set commission. All right, so now let's talk about below. Well, this kind of just went wonky, so let's go up here. You have your recent searches. So right here, it has all my recent searches that I did today in VAPS. So let's say your customers want to price out a week later. Let's go ahead, go back to our search page, and let's put in a different week. So let's do the 8th, 6 nights again. And I'm sorry if you hear vacuuming, the cleaning people are. Alright, so I'm not going to actually select any of the components. I just want to show you what my favorite feature is. One of my 2 favorite features are in VAPS. So now you priced out the components that you want for that week later. Okay, great, not a big deal. So you can send the email here so they can see the rate for number 1. Then you can go back to your other itinerary under your recent searches, send another email. Well, you can compare side by side the 2 packages that you want. And it's pretty simple to do. So right now, I'm on itinerary 6 for the day. That's my current one because it's highlighted. Let me compare it to my itinerary that we just priced out for the week before. So you just click on the compare, then compare the other itinerary that you want. below, you'll be able to see where it says compare 2 of 3. So you can get 3 compare itineraries. Just click on it. Okay, so from here, it gives you your everything that you need. Your package type, cities, dates, occupancy, hotel, features, whatever it may be. It gives your clients the pricing so they can see it side by side. Right now, we are in the works of a way to send an email from this compare itinerary button, but right now it's not available, so we would just do a screenshot and then you can send it to the customers to see. If you want to see your commission, click right here where it says view administrative information. If you want to hide it, just click on hide it. Now, we also have a duplicate itinerary. So duplicate itinerary is going to be perfect for changing occupancies. So let's say they want to add a third adult to this pricing. So if you click on duplicate, so we're going to change this back over to Boston, change the number of adults, and when you hit search, it's going to select your components that you were previously had. You don't have to go back in and reselect your hotel, and your room category, and your features, and your flights. So it just makes things a lot easier on your end. So let's go back here. I'm going to go to my 5th itinerary that I had, and I'm going to actually make a reservation. We got about 10 minutes left, I would say, for today. All right. So we're at a checkout page. You have the opportunity to reselect a different room category if you choose to. Below are hotel advisories. Make sure we read these to the customers because this will have information like resort fees or parking fees, spring break policy, everything like that. So this specific one has a eco tax of $1.10 per day, a $1.60 per day government fee, it looks like. This specific one gives me an occupancy limit restriction for family room. Gives me the hotel cancel policy as well. You have to select the travel protection option to actually make your reservation. So just keep that in mind. If you don't select one, it'll kick you back. So we have our names. I'm not actually going to put the names and dates of birth and everything in. Just the one thing I want to keep in mind is if you see where it says add frequent flyer information has to be added at time of booking. If it's done after booking, it will not go over to the airline. So if you do have reservations that they want to add frequent flyer information after you made the reservation, you'll just have to go to the airline's website, plug in the airline confirmation number, and put it in. TSA information, like the passport number, is not needed to make a reservation. One thing I want to point out is special service requests under your itinerary tools. This is another thing as well that I would recommend for good practice. Get the special service request done at time of booking. So, for example, under hotel requests, make your bedding request, king, queen, whatever it may be. Room request, special occasion. If there's a special occasion, your customers are going to tell you ahead of time anyhow. So it's just good practice to get comfortable adding it at time of booking. Because with a lot of hotels now being direct link, once you make that reservation, you will not be able to do it because it will not go over to the hotel. So we just removed it on those specific properties. We can still get them added. You would just have to give us a call or send an email, and then we'd reach out to the hotel. So it's just good practice, makes things a little bit easier. You can remove your promo code here if you don't want it, or add it if you forgot to add it here. It'll give you a little area here. Are you comfortable with the breakdown of how the payment information looks? Okay, because I know a lot of people get confused with, hey, I paid my deposit, but it still shows deposits due. The deposit due and full payment due do not change unless you make changes. I'm going to skip over the payment information here. One thing I am going to point out is on Southwest Vacations, if your customer has an airline credit, you can use that airline credit at time of booking. It's the only brand we offer that you can use an airline credit. And that will just show under the credit card type, it'll just show travel funds. So there is an option here that's not pulling because I haven't added credit card information in, but you have the option to select an automated final payment. So there is an option where you would select that button and you select the date that it has. The reason why it doesn't pull up is because it has to pull the credit card information to charge again at that date. If you pay off ahead of time, it's not going to charge that card. Schedule an email reminder. So you can set this up to where you can send an email reminder to yourself or your customers about payment. You just type in the email address. Common question: if it's paid off before that email reminder is sent out, does it still go out? Yes. It's an automated email. There's no way to stop it. And then there's your terms and conditions in completing a reservation. So that is what I have for today. The next one is going to be a little bit more difficult because we're getting into more advanced bookings and then talking about the groups and then some of the benefits of the groups. So today was just basically the main overall page of FunJet and basic bookings and how to use the filters and everything properly. Does anybody have any questions on what we went over today? Anybody else on the call have any questions? Bueller? All right, cool. So it's pretty simple. It's just there's a lot of bells and whistles and backs. And sometimes people do not use those bells and whistles to actually make the experience a little easier. So that is what myself and the rest of my team are here for, is to make things more efficient for you guys on your end. So you can do more things in backs. And then get to your next customer and make more money and make more bookings. So if you guys don't have any questions for me today, what I will do is I will go ahead, stop the recording. I will get the booking link processed for you tomorrow. It takes about 2 hours. So I'll get that over to you probably late morning. Then you can send it out to your agents. And then I believe we are already set up for our next one as well. So, Trisha, you have my email address if you have any questions. So feel free and reach out. But, otherwise, today, that's it. It was my pleasure. I got lonely, so I'm glad you guys joined me this evening.